Hello, hello, everyone. Oh, I got an echo going. How is that? Can you guys hear me okay? Hello, Liz. Happy hot Wednesday. Absolutely. I'm flying solo tonight. So let's just take a second here. Oh, Liz says sound is good. So yay. Thank you, Liz, for being my my sound editor or my sound producer for today. Here we are on Wednesday, July 16th, halfway through July. And it is steamy out there, but that is summertime in Canada. Hope everyone is doing well. Please drop a hello. Oh, and you know what? I meant to do this. Hey, there we go. Now you can see little old me trying to do the technology things myself, trying to do this live myself. It is a crazy time here at the Paper Crafters Workshop. We have flash sales. Those don't start till Friday though. We have Janine coming this week. We have shop hoppers coming through the store, and oh my stars, it has been a wild month, and we're only halfway through the month, but we wouldn't have it any other way. We love it when it's busy. We love when you guys come in groups or pairs or even by yourself, because then we get to chit chat and everything else. So lots of fun to see all of you coming into the store. And if you don't live close to us, of course, we love seeing your online orders coming in. We always find it a little curious to see what people are picking up, what people are looking at, and then we can bring in more of those things that you love. So here we are. I am in the Whitby studio. I had a doctor's appointment earlier today, so that's why I am working from home and flying solo on this technology journey. And over here on this side of my just as a behind the scenes, let me show you a little bit about what goes on my desk. That is what my desk generally looks like when we are doing a what's new video. Sometimes there's more piles, sometimes there's a bit fewer, and sometimes Matt has to swap them out for me from the table out in the other room. But here we are. And today I am super excited to be introducing to you two new brands, new to us. Jan, yes, everything's well, just a routine little check, but appointment in the middle of the day kind of means you have to work from home. So it's all good. All good. Yeah, so two new brands. One of them got a few things to share with you. Brands you're familiar with, we've got some new stuff. And then as always, we will end up with some paper at the end of this session. Just looking around here, making sure I know where all my piles are. And now I am going to flip over to the desktop. So say goodbye to the camera. I'll come back on at the end if I remember. And here we go. There we go. There's the desktop. So if you are new to us, we are the Paper Crafters Workshop, obviously. You can find us on the web at papercraftersworkshop.ca. Everything that you will see here today is in the July new arrivals category that Matt sets up. If you have questions for us, we've got our email address, our phone number, and then we've got our social channels as well. So, few announcements, few things to get into, and let's just get started. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with something that just launched on Saturday. And some of you may have already seen our post go up on the weekend. Darlene's been working on and playing with samples. This is All in Create washi tape. But it's not just washi tape. It is called layering washi tape because what you do is you tear off sections of the roll and you layer it on a piece of card in order to make a picture. Now it is washi tape material, so you can die cut through it if you wanted to make a shape out of it, or just leave those torn edges on your image. I've got some samples to show you here. Darlene has been working really hard. She's got all of these new ones sampled and in the store. I think she did a post in our Paper Crafts Inner Circle earlier today, but also Emily from Ecstasy Crafts, who is our supplier of this particular product. She also put together some display boards for us. So here is what I'm talking about when I say you layer it up. Jan is saying she loves this washi tape and she has many. Definitely is something to collect. And if you just need something quick and easy, this goes together beautifully. Each roll will hold about 35 to 40 full images that you can use to create with. So let me just bring this back up to the camera a little bit more closely. We have Glacier Grace, which has this beautiful, beautiful peony and the teacup and the macarons. I have a very good friend who loves pink peonies, so this would be perfect for her. For all of our book lovers, we have Chapter All with the brand name as a pun within it. This one is the books are a little bit larger and you can see the flowers a little bit more prominently. And then you have Shelf Stories, which the images are a little bit smaller. So you can see the two versions here. Very much similar colors, just your scale is different. This one here, I think, would be really, really fun if you were doing bookmarks, because what I would do is I would build my picture and then maybe slice it down the middle so that you can stack even taller if you had wanted to. So that's the first set. Put that over here. And then things get really interesting. So we have Parisian Bloomscape, which has this kind of triangular building with the little cafe out the front. We have Terrasse Fleurie. My apologies for anyone who is offended by my French accent. I do apologize. But again, it's got the little blue awnings, that tealy color, which really pops off the page. But again, it's another little cafe scene. We have two kind of painting scenes. So Painterly Petals and Lush Reverie. Two bouquets. So Barista's Palette and Studio Botanica. And then we go to our last set of 6. We have Peony Pinks and Jarred Blooms. So just some beautiful, beautiful florals. If you want something a little bit more masculine or just not flowery flowers, but you've got your succulents and cacti and everything here. We've got Spiked and Blooming and Painted Desert with that nice blue background. And then again, some little indoor scenes. So Rosy Settee and Bluish Parlor. So if I put them all down, there are, 6, 12, 15 brand new washi tapes in total. We do still have some stock on some of the older ones as well, and we will definitely be keeping our eyes out for holiday ones. Angela says that, that you can fussy cut and layer them also. And she reiterates there is a ton on that roll. So lots and lots of options, quick card making. This might be something that you might want to do in front of the TV, at least get your panels ready to go, and then just keep them in a stash so that you can pull them out easily and get them ready to make a card. All told, this is approximately a 4x4 square. Let me just measure that because that's what it says to my eyeball. So a little bit smaller than 4x4. Again, perfect for your A2 cards and all of those standard size projects. But again, doesn't have to be cards. You can use it in your traveler's notebooks and in your journals. You could absolutely, die cut this out and use it as an embellishment on your 12x12 layout. Lots and lots of options here, and perfect for beginner crafters. Darlene has always said that the absolute hardest part is knowing exactly where to start. And one of the tips she gave is start pulling out your first couple, make yourself a sample so that way you always know when to start the next time you go into this. So 4 great strips, very easy, lots of great landmarks to help you line up those washi strips, and lots of fun. So those are 15 new layering washi tapes from All in Create. I think I'll go over here now. let's go with one of our favorite Canadian brands, and that is Simply Stated Designs. And if you tuned in last week, if you recall, or if you don't, maybe you found them in the What's New section, we had all kinds of great Canadian themed goodies from Simply Stated Designs. Well, the order that I placed in June finally caught up with the order that I placed in July. So we have a bunch of restocks and some new items as well. So let's start with our favorites. These are the things that we've had before and we keep selling out because we absolutely love them. So this one, oh, I don't have any names on these, so I apologize. I think this one is Quirky Cows. And we always make fun of it because Matt thought it was absolutely hilarious to have these furry, hairy cows. We have the Quirky Cats. Let me see what else I've got here. So we've got the Quirky Cats. We also have the Quirky Dogs. And then we have the Quirky Girls. What we did not restock is the Quirky Boys because we still have a fair amount of those in stock. These are called Cute Cluckers. And who'd have thought that chickens could be so stinking cute? I know Cassandra is on here and she absolutely loves these. She's a big fan of Simply Stated Design, and she's been getting some good stuff from us as well. So those Cute Cluckers, and then I think this one is called Cute Sheep. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. SSD is awesome. All right. And then we have a few sentiment packs that we have back in stock. So this one is one of the birthday sentiments. We have the coffee sentiments. We have an anniversary set. And we have a sympathy set. So these sentiments are really, really versatile. They're a great thing to have in your stash if you don't want to stamp, if you don't want to foil or anything like that. You just want some really straightforward sentiments there. And whatever you see on the package is what you get inside. They're a good, generous size. Let me flip. Look at how big those sheeps are. They're pretty big. So they are lots of fun to play with. So those are the restocks. But there's also new stuff. Let me just rubber band this one up so they don't fall off my table. I'll start, since we ended with the sentiments there, I'll start with these sentiments here. We have a wedding sentiment set. And we have a congratulations. So this one is congratulations on your new arrival, on your marriage, on your graduation, on your new job. So a really great basics set that you can have in your stash. Angela says, I have a lot of these in my cart. I've never had Simply Stated yet, so excited to check them out. Angela, once you've tried them once, you are going to be addicted just like we are. And then we have a variety of new ephemera packs as well. Not that one. Going to show those ones yet. All right, so we thought we'd play with some florals and try some florals. And let's see, this one is called Sweet Like Sunshine. It's all kinds of sunflowers in baskets and vases. My mom is a huge sunflower fan, so I thought this would be perfect for her. Make sure I've only got one pack. This one is called White Floral Birds Ephemera. Not sure where the birds come in. It was probably part of a collection. Oh, there's a little birdie down here in this one. When I saw this, it reminded me very much of the Little Dreamers and Little Celebrations line from 49 and Market. So I thought if you wanted some extra flowers, this would go really well with that. And, speaking of pink peonies, here are some pink roses. This is called Oh Darling, What If You Fly Floral. So it's a big, beautiful pink roses here. And because I love succulents, I am not necessarily a flowery girl, but I love a good succulent, especially in these beautiful purples and teals. This is your best self floral. So just a little bit, different than the quirky characters, but something different for all of us to try. And then we've got this guy. So I showed last week the newest Canada collection from Simply Stated Design. This was actually an older pack that as soon as I saw it, I knew I needed to grab it. So it just adds to our True North collection. Now, if you did miss out on the True North collection from Simply Stated here in our store, I have placed that reorder, and as soon as it gets back in, I will let you know. So those are some new ephemera packs. And then we brought in a whole collection. We did not bring in the paper, but we brought in all kinds of ephemera from a line called Oh, the Places You'll Go. So this is what is called a jumbo ephemera. Yeah, Oh, the Places jumbo ephemera. And it's got your great big globe and your airplane. It is perfect for travel. It will fit on a 12 by 12 page. So it's about 11, well, let's call it 11 by 11. So it does give you a little bit room on your page, but you could put a nice big photo on it. And if you follow them on their Instagram channel, tons and tons of inspiration and photos. Oh, and I guess my piles got mixed up because here's another quirky guy. Sorry, my pile got mixed up. This one here is simply called luggage. So it's got some nice little suitcases and florals. It makes it look really pretty. We have postcards. And yep, that's literally what it's called, is postcards. We've got some more, a little bit more masculine luggage. This is called Oh, the Places luggage. So a little bit more trunk-ish. Lots of little stamps and travel markers. And then we have, this one is the XL. So this is jumbo. This is XL. And the ephemera pieces are under the 6x6 size, but not by much. So that would be a really nice dramatic element on your project, or if you do, really large cards. So that is all the brand new and restock items from Simply Stated. They're just so cute. They're just so cute. And again, proud, very, very happy to be able to work with Chantal, who is Chantal and Nadine. They're the dynamic duo over at Simply Stated Design, and they work so hard to get us some really unique and different things to work with, things to craft with. I'm going to segue now to, I think this is a European brand, and these are called toppers. If you've ever done old school decoupage, where you've got a larger image, then like a medium image that layers on top, then a smaller image that layers on top to give you lots of dimension, these are what these toppers are all about. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you. We've got 6 holiday designs. These are older designs, so if you had shopped elsewhere and purchased these maybe last year or year before, you may already have them. We do have our eyes open, waiting for this year's item, this year's holiday to come out. But I'm just going to show them, and then I'll crack one open and show you what these are all about. So this one is called Nostalgic Winter Village. We've got Christmas Gnomes. This one is simply called Christmas. So it's got a snowman and an angel and a Santa, a reindeer, a Christmas tree, and some other Christmas items. Christmas squirrel. This one is called Christmas Feeling. It's got a birdhouse and a lantern and candles. We have the festive Christmas stars. So they're really flowers. This one I thought had lots of beautiful just color variations. And then we have Christmas Time. This one's got, again, lanterns and the snowman, and it's got the little, I was going to say stopwatch. That's not it. The pocket watch. And again, a squirrel. Maybe that's a thing where Hardy Crafts is from. So let me just figure out which one will be easiest to show. Maybe this village one will be good to show. So put these off to the side so they don't fall down. No, they're not going to fit there. Over here. All right, so an easy 3D topper. There's 10 different designs. So again, you can see them all in the packaging here. And if I can gently open this one up. Each little image comes individually packaged. So you don't have to worry about trying to guess which shapes go with which. Let me see, can I get these open? I can, excellent. These really do make fast and easy cards, easy tags, easy embellishments for your page. So this is what I would call the base layer. It is the largest piece in the pack. The only other thing that you would want to have, or what I would recommend you have, is foam tape, foam squares, something to give it some added dimension. Because what you're going to do is take this piece, so you've got this one, and you would layer it over top. So now it's standing up. And then there's always one more layer. So there's 3 layers in all of these. This one is just the houses. So it's going to layer on top as well. And all of a sudden you've got this diorama type thing, this decoupage element that has lots and lots of depth and layer. But if you're just using foam squares, and if you're worried about dimension, then get the thin foam squares. But you do want something to really pop it up off of itself. So they are great fun, and they've got some really cute images. And again, if you've got some beginner crafters, maybe you've got a friend who really just wants to make Christmas cards, but doesn't want to get into all the technique-y stuff, these are just so fabulous to work with. So that is the 3D toppers from Hardy Crafts. I'm going to put that one over here so that I can put it back together. Okay, who wants to see some brand new brands? First one, total transparency, not a craft, not a crafting brand, but we all want to be kissable. We all like to keep our lips nice and smooth and healthy. So I am introducing to PCW community the Moody Bee brand of lip balms. Lip balms. Yes, we have our Walton Woods. We have our Naked Bee. But why not go for, Naked Bee gets us flagged on Google and that kind of thing. Moody Bee, just sassy like the rest of us. Now, Moody Bee is a Canadian company out of British Columbia, I believe. And it's amazing how, I've really just come across this company, but once, we've had this in the store maybe 3 or 4 days. And the number of people who have said that they already knew about Moody Bee, that they love Moody Bee. I'm really excited that I think this is a good fit. They are an all-natural lip balm. And so they're a beeswax lip balm made by a Canadian beekeeper. So gotta love our Canadian companies. It is a woman-owned business, so we are happy to partner with them to bring Moody Bee to Paper Crafters Workshop. Now, we had to start small. They have flavor upon flavor upon flavor upon flavor. And we started with 6. But if you are familiar with Moody Bee and you have a favorite flavor, let us know, because we are happy to be your source for that flavor. And I guess it is flavor. It's not the scent or anything like that, but we will happy to bring it in for you. So the first one here is vanilla and peppermint. I haven't tried it yet, but I know that this has already been a favorite in the store. To me, it's reminiscent of Burt's Bees, which has that kind of minty flavor to it. But this is one of the Moody Bee's top sellers. The other basic one that I brought in was pure and unscented. So I don't know if you can see that very well, that my light is reflecting off of it. So for those of you who do have scent sensitivities or just prefer something plain and simple, I think my kids would prefer that one. Then I kind of went for what I would like. Let me just make sure. I'll be totally honest, I went in the drink realm. So we have, I'm going to come back to that one. We have Pina Colada, which I think it was Karen Day who said that this was her favorite, and this is becoming Darlene's favorite. I got lime mojito. Lime is my personal favorite. Raspberry sorbet, which not really a drink, but that fruity flavor. And then this guy here is the pink lemonade. What I did not realize when I ordered it, because maybe I should have read more closely, is this one is a tinted lip balm. So if you want something that has a little bit of color when it goes on your lips, then the pink lemonade is for you. And if you try these out, let us know what you think. Let us know if we should keep bringing in Moody Bee. This will go nicely with our Walton Woods, which is also another Canadian brand. But we just love having these little extras. Holiday season is starting to come up, so stocking stuffers, gift giving, all of that good stuff. And I actually am trying a sample flavor that I didn't actually purchase, but they gave me a sample, and I just really love how it feels on my lips. It's not too goopy, but it gives you a nice shine, and it really makes your lips feel nice and soft. So new to Paper Crafters Workshop, new to our community is the Moody Bee lip balms. Okay, are you ready for new brand number 2? New brand number 2 is actually made up of multiple parts, and you may have heard of these guys before, and that is Marvi Yukita. They are a Japanese brand, and what you may know them most for, at least what we have known them most for, is the jewel picker. And I don't know, oh, I do. So this is the original jewel picker that we have had in the store for quite some time. It does have 2 ends to it. It's got that little teeny bullet end, and then it's got a great big fat end. And what this is meant to do, I'm just going to see if I can dump out just a piece of paper, little scrap of paper here. I guess I could be using this. It is to pick things up. So these little ends are sticky, and they're for picking up your jewels, your sequins. And yes, I know there are several of these types of tools on the market, but this one, I really like that it is a hard tip that does have a sticky feel to it. I'll be totally honest, I don't very often use the teeny tiny one. This is the one that I use most often. And that is why when we partnered, or when we started ordering with Marvi, we discovered that they actually have a single-ended one. So this one just has that large green tip, and it's a little bit more affordable because it is just the one tip. Now, when you're using it, if you start to lose your sticky, all you're going to do is tiny little bit of mild dish soap and a little bit of warm water. Clean that off, let it air dry, and it will be good to go. But when I was at the show in Seattle, I learned that there is a new jewel picker on the street, and that is this guy here. Look at that fun shape. And you know what? I need to have one for myself, so let's go ahead and crack this guy open. This one has a nice wide tip. So if you are picking up, let me see, do I have a piece of white paper handy? Where's all my white paper when I need it? Here we go. So look at that funky funnel shaped, or I guess maybe reverse funnel shaped tip on this. It'll work the exact same way as that bullet tip. Here, I'll dump these guys out again. But because it's got that wide surface, it's going to pick things up that have that little bit of a wider surface, and you're not going to run the risk of it picking up and falling off, picking up and falling off. I thought that was really cool. So both of these, the single-ended jewel picker and this guy here, what's it called? It's just called a jumbo tip. It doesn't really have any fun name, but is the jumbo tip that will allow you to pick things up. Cassandra says she's had the picker for years. If you're like me, I have a couple because I have one here on my desk, one in my pencil case, one in my craft bag to make sure I already have them. But now I've got this fun new jumbo picker. So that's where we started. But one of our goals this year has been, sorry, one second. Excuse me, sorry about that. One of our goals this year was to build and expand kind of our coloring supplies. We do have Copics. We did have Spectrum Noir and Colorista and some fun things from Crafter's Companion. But unfortunately, when Crafter's Companion stopped operating in North America, we found that it was difficult to, well, not just difficult, impossible to get supplies from them. So we are branching out, and part one of the new items from Marty. Let me bring this little pile over here. Oh, I bumped my desk mat. Are the La Plume markers. So this is just straight La Plume, and you'll understand in a few minutes why I am being that specific. These are alcohol-based markers. So they are like your Copic in terms of how they color and the type of ink that is inside. This is a great entry-level beginner, or for someone who's like, you know what, I like to color, but I don't need to make a deep investment into markers, like if I were to go into Copic markers, but I like that idea of coloring and blending. We have started with the La Plumes in sets. We do have the intention and actually have already placed the order for single color markers. However, there were a few colors that were out of stock, and we're just waiting till the whole set is available later this summer. So open stock will be available down the road, but right now we are starting with the sets. They are sets of 6 and they come in color families. So this is the red set. And I'm going to show you all these packages, and they're not going to mean that much because all the colors are on the tips, which I think is going to be a little bit hard to show, but you'll get the idea. So this is a purple set. We have a yellow set. I don't want to bury my paper because I'm going to actually crack one of these open and color for you. This one is, where did the name? I think this is grays. So it's the neutral grays. We have greens. We have blues. This one is it's just called a primary set. So it's got a dark gray, a red, a blue, a green, a yellow, and a brown. This one is the cool grays, and this one is the oranges. We have to go back and double check. We seem to be missing a brown set, but I'm not sure if that's just because it was out of stock or what happened with that. But this is a great range of colors just to get you started. Within each pack, there are 6 markers. Yeah, this is the one I'm going to open. This is the red set. Be gentle with it. And you might be asking me, because we asked the question as well, why are some of them gray and why are some of them black? And the very, very simple answer is the gray ones are older packaging. The black ones are new packaging. They are phasing out the gray. They are moving into the black. So going forward, and I anticipate that a lot of our open stock will be the black barrel, but inside, the guts inside are exactly the same. So you don't have to worry about whether you've got gray or black. They're all going to work well together. Now, much like a Copic marker, so my background is in coloring with Copic markers. I am a Copic certified instructor and have been coloring with Copics for probably, well over 15 years, maybe closer to 20 years. It was something I started fairly early on. Actually, Karen Day and I went to a class together and spent a whole day coloring, and it was so much fun. Their numbering system, in theory, is very similar to Copic, the Copic numbering system. We do have a color chart that what I can do is make sure that that's posted on the website to give you a sense of the colors. But essentially, R is your color family. So R for reds, BV for blue violets, and then the higher your number, the more I think it's the more vivid the color. I'm going to get it wrong, so I'll have to do a post and just explain that a little bit better. But here we've got a whole range of these red colors, and so I'm going to pick these 3 here. So I've got 13, 15, and 18, which are going to work together to create a blending family. They are only single-ended with that brush tip. Let me get my white paper. With that brush tip for coloring. I know with my Copics, I have always found that the brush tip is the one that I use most often. So the fact that this is the only one that's available doesn't bother me too much. All right, so when you're coloring, you've just got some nice beautiful color laid down here. I always start with the dark, and then I'm going to go medium, which is this one here. And I'm going to pull my color out from there, overlapping and blending it out. And reds tend to be a little bit trickier. I should probably probably have a scrap piece of paper underneath here just to be safe. But you can just pull your dark into your lighter area and that blending line will disappear. And then this was my lighter color. And it really does lay down really nicely on the paper. And I mean, I will tell you, I am picky. So when Gail, our Marvie rep, came to meet with us, she had all the things and we got out the paper and we just colored. And we tried to figure out whether these were a good option. And you know what? I'm very pleased that these are a nice option to get started. So look how beautiful that blended out. Ellen's asking if we're talking about Halloween. Sorry, Ellen, no Halloween today. But we also didn't talk too much about Christmas. So hopefully you take some solace in that. So these are the La Plume markers, which are alcohol ink. And we've got, what did I say? 9 different sets for those of you who are just getting started, want to give them a try, or have a nice, just kind of basic set that you have ready at the helm, I guess is how you say it. Part 2 of this is the La Plume 2. That's why I was very specific about the numbers. So La Plume 2 are these guys. And you may have seen these before way back in the day when we used to carry and play with Art Impressions ink. This is a kind of marker that you can use to actually color on your stamps, stamp on it on your paper, and then blend it out so it looks like a watercolor painting. Now, I don't have a stamp set ready. We'll definitely have to do a demonstration on this, but these are a water-based marker. Big guys, alcohol-based. Skinny guys, water-based. They are very similar in approach to, say, a distress ink, in that you can scribble on a palette, you can paint with it, you can watercolor with it, and you could really just color with it as well if you wanted just the vibrant colors. So they are a water-based ink, acid-free and non-toxic. There are 2 points. So this one has the brush tip and that fine tip, and the ink goes on evenly. I'm not going to get too much into a demonstration of this one. We'll make sure we plan a learning live on these. And if all goes well, you might get to play with these in a craft around station. Matt, oh my goodness. Matt is watching from the store. Sounds like a learning live to me. Well, he knows. And I bet he has lots of questions about these markers as well. Unfortunately, none of these stickers have names, so you're just going to have a look at them on the website for the color palettes. This one is a primary set, so it's got your black and your primary colors. I like this bright neon set. This one is more of kind of a vintagey color. We've got some bolds here, some nice pastel. Oh, this one's called Savannah. So maybe some of them do have names. So pastel, no name, no name. Savannah. This one is Victorian. So you've got your nice kind of jewel tones. We've got modern, and we've got spring. So again, lots and lots of great colors to choose from. There is 6 in every set. And let's see if I can get one open. This no-name bright one really seems to be calling to me. I've been looking at it all afternoon. Pop. So as I was saying, let's bring our paper here. I'll just do that so we cover it off. You've got your nice brush tip, and then you've got your fine tip as well. So you can write with it, you can journal with it, you can create detail, or you can color. Nice, vibrant, beautiful blend. You still see the brush strokes a little bit, but as that dries, it will even out. Go back to our alcohol marker. That was, as it dries out, it will even out as well. But here's purple for Ellen and Darlene. And like I said, we are considering these more like a watercolor marker. So you can very easily color in your stamped images, color in your Better Press images, whatever you want to color or to add color to. And of course, green for me. Love that green here at the end. So these are the La Plume 2. And I guess the best way to think about it is La Plume, no number, corresponds with A for alcohol. So beginning of the thing is the alcohol. La Plume 2 towards the end is W for watercolor. I don't know. Maybe I'm trying too hard, but you'll take a look and the description will tell you also what is what in that family. Once again, we have started with sets on these, but that doesn't mean that down the road we might not go into open stock as well once we figure out what colors everybody is interested in. But wait, there's more. There is more in the Marby release, the Marby launch here. So these ones are a Darlene's pick. We had lots of fun playing with all kinds of different pens and markers, and Gail, our rep, she thought we were a little bit weird, and we are, but we are pen junkies, so why not have lots of fun trying them out and putting these guys through their paces. So these are the La Pen Pigment. So if you think about inks that you have in ink pads, you have your water-based pads, you've got your different specialty ones, and then you have pigment pads. So this is the same way. It's just pigment in a pen. They are a nice thicker. They are a thicker type of ink. But what Darlene loved best about these, let's pick purple for Darlene. What Darlene liked best about these is she could use them on her traveler's notebooks, on anything that, her journals and things like that, that has a thin paper. So again, a notebook, a journaling book, a page, that kind of thing. And you don't get the ghosting through on the other side. Alcohol marker, always lots of ghosting, and that means you've got it right. These pigment pens are designed to be working on thin paper. So this is great for journaling. This is great for some detail work. And again, if you're working in a traveler's notebook style of notebook, literally a notebook, you don't have to worry about it ghosting through and you having to figure out, well, how am I going to write over on the other side what was already written through? And because we love these so much, we did just bring in a whole selection of rainbow colors for you to play with. I got to keep track of this one because I used it. And make your journaling fun. Darlene uses them for pretty much anything, including checking orders. Well, there you go. Maybe your order has La Pen pigment markings on it. And if you really, really love them, then we've got the 2 sets as well. This one is called... just called 6A. So that's your black, your blue, your green, your black, or your red. And then this one is more of your jewel tones. Does it have a name? Nope. It's just A and B. We need to make up names for them. So but you can see that right there on the picture that they're using it for journaling and all that kind of thing. And last, but certainly not least in the family, this is something we have also had before in various iterations. We've got the La Pen drawing pens. Now these ones I know Chris has used on a lot of her mixed media projects. I've used it for years and years and years on just as a really, really good journaling pen. They are called a technical drawing pen, but they've got, again, a nice pigment ink. This one comes in a variety of tips. So where these La Pen pigments are all the same kind of tip, and I think you saw it. Just that really, really fine tip on it. Does it have a measurement? I'll have to look that one up. but these Le Pens have a variety of tips. So anywhere from, that's a 0.03. So if you like fine, 0.03 is almost like a micro fine. So 0.03, what else have we got? This one is a, oh, this one is a B for bold, B for brush. So this one has that bit of a brush tip. So that's going to come down here on the opposite end. This one is a 0.5, which is right in the middle, 0.3, 0.1. So whether you want a wider one or a thinner one is completely up to you and what your style is, what you're doing with it. So 0.03, 0.05, 0.1, 0.3, 0.5, 0.8, and the brush. Those are the 7 different tips on here. Personally, Matt says they all do have names. They're just not on the packaging. So sorry, I'm just not very up on the name. So you'll just have to go and check them out on the website. And Jana is saying she loves all the new pens and markers. If you are a pen junkie like Darlene and I, then you're going to be in heaven with this week's What's New. My personal favorite on the drawing pen is the 0.8. I tend to be very heavy-handed, and I need a good, stable, strong point in order to, not get cracked as I write away. But if you are, if you like much more delicate things, then you're going to want to go with the smaller ones. And see, Matt should have been here, but he's saying that the Le Pen pigment, which were all of these colored ones here, they are water resistant. So that is a real bonus if you need to use them along with the watercoloring to kind of keep something contained, or whether you're just doodling. I'm excited to play with these with my mandalas, all of that good stuff. We got something for you. And we would love your feedback. I mean, it's always hard to bring in something new and know exactly what people are going to like. So if there are things that you want to see, let us know. If you try these out and you love them or don't love them, also let us know. All right, time is to, and then we do have a set as well. I think we have had sets in the past, but this one has 4 different tips on that. So if you want them all just like I do, then the set might be better than the individual markers. All right, as we tend to do, we are going to round out this week's What's New with some paper. We have a brand new collection from Paper Rose, which is one of our Australian companies, and it's called Meadowbrook Farm. So we have the patterns and we have the basics. So the basics tend to be, I mean, technically they're both patterns, but the basics tends to be more of that really traditional pattern paper where you've got all your florals. This one has peaches. It's got labels. So this is what you would typically have. And then the patterns is what I would call a patterns and solids. So these two work really well together. We do have the 6x6 in both of those sets. And sadly, we only have the basics in the 12x12 for now. What happened was our box had a little bit of a mishap and fell on the corner. So all of our Meadowbrook Farms patterns in 12x12 are not sellable, but we will be getting replacements. So if this is something that you would like to have as part of your collection, then definitely let us know and we'll put you on the list for when these come, not squashed. It happens. If you saw, how some of our boxes arrive. They get a little dinged up in transit, but these are beautiful, just very bright and springy. I mean, those peaches, or maybe it's an apple. You can interpret it however you want. I'm going to interpret it as a peach. I just want to sink my teeth into it. It looks absolutely juicy and delicious, especially on a hot day. These little blackberries as well. There you go. So that is new from Paper Rose. And that wraps up our What's New almost an hour. Let me come back and say hello, goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us today on our summer early hours. I know it's a little bit earlier for some, so if you're catching this on replay, a big thank you for tuning in. All of these items here can be found in the new arrivals July section on our website. And when it comes to the pens, we do have samples in the store. So if you're not sure, if you want to learn more about them, come and see us in store. You can actually try them out. We'll have some paper handy. You can give them a try, see what they are all about. And for those of you who are just too far away to be in the store, we will definitely plan these to have learning lives going forward. I know Chris is excited to get into a little bit more coloring as well. And we will have tons and tons of opportunities for you guys to learn and try, and then hopefully add to your collection. All right, lots to do on the to-do list. So I'm going to head back to my desk, to my packing, getting ready for when Janine comes. Janine comes tomorrow afternoon, and we've got our wonderful 49 and Market weekend ahead of us. Then we're taking a bit of a break. So next week, there will not be a What's New. We are heading to an internet-free zone, which may be a good thing. Maybe, oh, there we're celebrating. Can do my laser. All these fun effects that I just, happen upon by mistake. Give you guys all some hearts and wish you all a wonderful week. So as I was saying, next week there will be no What's New, but we'll catch you the week that we're back. And then we're into August, which is our anniversary sale. So definitely want balloons, or confetti for our anniversary. We've got big celebrations planned. So stay tuned, keep cool, and have a great week. Take care, everyone.